Ba-da-bum-ba-dum-bum.
That's right. Well, I love how you do a Mario intro for our PlayStation education.
Because you know what? If you don't think PlayStation, you think video games in general. Yes. Who's the face of video games? It's
Mario. Although they're slowly changing. I guess Angry Birds are starting to become a big thing now, which is kind of scary. You might think that between having their own TV show, they're having a new movie come out here in a couple years, they have crackers and snacks and clothes after them. It's very possible that this upcoming mobile generation, as I like to call them, will have Angry Birds as their Mario.
That's weird.
That is weird. Mario for life. Welcome to PlayStation Education. Here we're going to talk about the episode 2 of The Walking Dead. This was kind of an emotional roller coaster for you, wasn't it, James? All right. Well, where to begin? Well, let's begin here at the beginning.
Here at the beginning. That's a good place to begin. It's the beginning.
Yes. Let's talk about. I have written here Leggo-less.
Oh God.
So your very
so wrong.
Your very first decision. Did you choose to...
I was thinking something else, but okay, yeah. This one wasn't too gruesome to me.
Did you choose to leave him or cut off his leg and save him?
I cut off his leg and saved him.
Why did you make that decision?
I don't know. I just thought, hey, we could save his life. You know, that's pretty much it. I mean, I didn't necessarily even want him to die. You know what the sad part is? You at least tried the trap. I immediately went straight to cutting off the leg. And in retrospect, that makes me look like kind of a jerk. Because he's like, no, try the trap, no! Right in the... And how many chops did it take to get through the leg? Like 4?
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome, wasn't it? It's pretty powerful stuff. All right, next, giving out food. That was pretty gut-wrenching, wasn't it? For me, that actually may have been... emotionally, the biggest roller coaster of that episode is figuring out who was going to feed.
Not for me.
For me, it was tough. There was a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed. 10 mouths to feed with only 4 pieces of food. So who did you feed?
Well, I fed the little girl, the little boy, 2 little kids, because it's the boy had both its parents. And
its parents,
both his parents. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
And when you obviously give it to him, he says him and his family appreciate it.
Smart choice.
That helped there. Gave one to Carly, since she's kind of already on my side somewhat, and she's a gun.
Yep.
So it's like,
legit.
Feed a person with a gun. Lily and Larry both hate me, and I hate them, so it's just like, screw you guys, give me the food, you ain't getting none then. And Ben was a new guy, just showed up.
Yeah.
Don't know how long he's been without food. So I was like, well, no. Didn't give any to myself, so I gave one to Mark. I thought the new guy.
I made very similar decisions. I gave it to Mark as well. My thinking there was I was giving him the axe. So my thinking was he's the one that's going to be doing a lot of heavy working, a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
He's the one that needs extra protein.
He made the comment about being weak already, so I was like, well, he's going to need some training.
And I gave food to both the kids. For me, it was super biased. Clementine's my angel. I'm going to take care of her first, being super protective. And the other one was, of course, to Duck, again, for the same reason, trying to buy family loyalties, and also he's a kid.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I ended up going to Kenny's wife. I originally tried to give it to Carly, but she actually didn't accept it. She turned it down and said, no, feed the kids first. So it might be because you fed the kids first and then went to her. She was actually the first person I went to. My thinking was that she was the best shot, and if she's hungry, she's going to have less aim. All right, that brings us next to how did you feel about the revelation about the nature of the virus? For the first episode there, we assumed it was the bite that did it. But the bite just gives you an infection that speeds up the death process, that everyone is infected.
It's kind of creepy, and you're just kind of like, holy crap, I'm a zombie technically. I'm like, I got to do that. You
were literally the Walking Dead.
Since the name.
Pretty creepy, huh?
Little creepy, more like a lot.
That was a gut. Out of all things happened in the episode, that was actually a big gut punch for me. The idea that it's completely hopeless. Everyone is infected. Everyone's going to die eventually. Everyone's going to become a zombie eventually. But just the crazy lady. What did you think of Miss Crazy Lady when she actually got to the dairy farm?
Once we went out looking, the bandits and everything.
What did you think her deal was?
I felt like she was someone who was betrayed and stole her daughter. And I thought she went insane.
Yes, that's who she was.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
They kind of come out and say that. It was always sleeping bag, looked like a little kid sleeping bag. You know, you took my little girl off from the woods, you wouldn't tell me where. So I'm out here waiting for her. I'm like, she ain't coming back.
Oh, probably not. So what did you think of the St. John brothers when you first met them?
You heard me. I was suspicious.
He was insanely suspicious. He was straight up like, I'm gonna knife these guys in their sleep. I don't trust them.
I'm gonna kill these guys now. No, okay, the one, Danny, obviously came across really creepy, and he did the entire thing, and as it went on, he became even creepier and creepier.
Yeah.
Andy wasn't too bad. I became to distrust him because his family.
Yes.
First Danny, then the mom, and then I was like, okay, Andy's gotta be in the cahoots. He's gotta be creepy. And slowly, he obviously got.
He was creepy. So, how'd you feel about that dinner scene?
I called that too.
You did call that too. That's pretty shocking. Me, I had that thought in the back of my mind, but I didn't want the game to go there.
I didn't want the game to go there either.
Yeah, that's some pretty gruesome stuff for a video game. But I guess video games maturing as we mature, as it were. You got there in time to stop Clementine from eating the dinner. I did not. She actually was one bite in whenever I told her to stop. And so there was a very different conversation that happened inside the meat locker. Me having to talk to her about, it's okay, you didn't know, it's not your fault. Yeah, pretty gross stuff. And there was the option to tell Larry, go to hell, Larry, go eat up, Larry. I'm surprised you did not take that option. I was tempted to do it, I did not. I told him to stop.
I saw it and I was like, yeah, screw you, Larry.
Speaking of screwing Larry,
wait, can you rewind that?
It's the very first time you met Larry. You were talking about how much you wanted to kill him, how much you hated him. You got that opportunity. Did you take it?
Yes, I did. Yes. I hesitated because we were in an enclosed area. You got Lily screaming, don't do it. And you got Clementine sitting right there. You don't want her exposed to that. At the same time, you got to side with Kenny. And I want Larry dead. I mean, I was in real life, different decisions, but it's a game, and you want him dead. I want him dead so much.
I chose not to kill him. I actually said, no, maybe he might be alive. Well, I can try to save him. So you tried to resuscitate him. You give him 4 pumps in. As you're about to go in for the 5th pump, salt butt comes from right behind your head and crushes his face. So, again, the idea that the world can carries on without you, he's going to wind up dead anyway.
So he dies anyways.
He dies anyways. And that was a pretty gruesome way to go. At least you got them 60 cents you needed to solve the puzzle.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. All right, so Clementine is a witness. She witnessed not once but twice you choosing to kill people. How did you feel about the Clementine reacts mode? This is something that's very unique to this game, I feel. Most games don't have an 8-year-old girl looking over your shoulder reacting every time you make a decision to kill somebody. So how did that make you feel?
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And like when I killed the other dude, I was like, I cut him off mid-sentence. He's like, you won't. Killed you. You're dead. Creepy dude. I felt like if we left him there, it'd come back to bite us. Like, I think of that in like the movies. Every time they choose not to kill someone, every time they turn their back, that's when they get shivved.
But then you spared Andy.
Well, I had backup that time, and there's no one else there. So I was like, all right, he's the only one left. There's no surprise here. We can leave.
But your act of mercy turned out to be not so merciful. What happened to Andy?
I'm pretty sure his mama ate him.
Yes, merciful indeed. So that brings us to the final decision. You spared Andy. The final decision, the box of supplies. There's quite a few boxes of supplies. He chose not to take it. Why is that?
Well, Clementine didn't want us to. It's not ours. And I was like, well, she saw me kill 2 people.
You guys are starving to death. You have no food left.
They can have it then. That's fine. Obviously, I didn't take it. I also felt like, later they take it. Like the very next day. Oh, look, they found food, Clementine. Look at this. It's not the food we stole from the car. Eat up.
What a dick. All right, so.
No, it's just like, I feel like I needed to decide with her. Because she saw me kill 2 people. I mean, if she's like, all right, murdering's all right, but stealing is bad. If that's what it kind of sounds like, but no.
All right, so I made the same decisions you did for the first couple. I also chopped up the leg. I also did not shoot Jolie. I had Danny do it. I differed with you on Larry. Made the same decision. I also spared Andy. I thought I was being all nice and merciful. I wasn't.
Nope.
And the final one, I actually did take the box of supplies. My idea was that people are starving. My people are starving. I don't know who that vehicle belonged to.
That's why I worried.
But
Yeah, I ordered the way I did, and I won't have any part of it. So they still ate. That's good. The group's happy. It's not a big decision where Kenny's gonna get like, "Oh, you betrayed me." No, you can eat. Fine. I'm not going to. I'm siding with the little girl.
Well, it's very, very interesting. That sweater that they offered Clementine that you turned down. If you choose to take the supplies, you pick up the sweater and give it to Clementine. And in the next time on The Walking Dead, she's wearing that sweater. So now your Clementine might actually freeze or be much colder during the fall than mine will. Mine was nice and toasty warm.
Oh, thanks for sharing that.
Anyways, your final thoughts on episode 2 of The Walking Dead. Quite the ratchet up from episode 1, wasn't it?
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I liked Mark too, and then just
I liked Mark. Yeah.
Leggo-less. That's horrible.
I know.
That's horrible. God.
You have to keep a sense of humor about these things.
You have to, but it's kind of difficult now. It's been very difficult.
Leggo-less.
Put it this way, I really hope nothing like this ever happens.
Yeah.
But it is sad because I feel like something like this would happen in the sense where the living would be just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than the zombies themselves. Because
although
when their survival instincts kicked in, you don't care about
it's only been like 4 months though, so they went to cannibalism pretty fast.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, became desperate pretty fast. But anyway, so that's it for this episode. Join us next time where we talk about episode 3, The Long Road Ahead. And I will emotionally prepare you now. The Long Road Ahead probably has... Yeah, I'll go ahead and make this explanation. It has the second most grueling decision you have to make, and it probably has the most emotional scene of the series. Episode 3 is the do or die episode. This is the one where you'll decide, all right, this game, it hurts to play, but it's worth it. This is a very unique piece of video game art. Or I'll make you say, I am so depressed right now. All I want to do is kill things in Borderlands because they make it funny.
they make it funny. Right. I want to eat your babies.
All right. Bye, God. Later. Love you. Bye.
Don't play this game.